All right, welcome back. This is video 3. So I have attached my pieces together and I'm now going to go over them. We talked about doing that angle with my scraper, my metal scraper tool that I have here. I'm going in that angle and I'm also bending my tool slightly so that it's rounded. So you see how I'm doing that? I'm bending it. This is how I'm going to smooth the surface. This is my first step. And I'm noticing my clay is a little wet, so it might be a little wonky, but I think the concept is still there and you guys will be able to figure this out. So since my clay is a little bit wet and is giving me some issues, I recommend that you let your pieces sit out to set up a little bit, maybe in the sun for a couple of, maybe an hour or so, maybe less, depending. Just keep checking on it so that you don't have such a soft clay. So what's happening with my clay is it's so soft that it's just sumping over my little donut. As you can see, it's sumping. That's a word. Sumping is when you lay something on top of another object and it takes the form of that object. So fun vocabulary test there for you guys. Alright, so I'm noticing I'm getting this little bump here, which is okay. I'll work it out of there. But as I work with this, I'm gonna see, like here you can see that donut is putting its shape into my clay. I don't want that. So probably made it a little too wet. Probably should have waited. Coulda, shoulda, woulda. But that's okay. So I'm just kind of playing with my clay a little bit. I'm playing with that pocket of air inside. See if I can fix that little indent there. Get rid of any future indents and such forth and so forth. Okay. Okay, so now I have this kind of soccer ball looking thing. I have my little donut. I'm going to put it on my donut again. I'm trusting my donut. Trust the donut. Excuse the sounds of cars if you can hear cars. Okay, I'm gonna keep doing that same thing. I'm not done with it. I was just trying to fix that little divot that I had. Yeah, we learned from our mistakes. It's a-okay. All right, so I'm gonna keep going around. I'm gonna keep smoothing this out. Once this is to your smooth liking, you're going to take your skull examples and you're going to look at them and you're going to decide, okay, well, how is this going to be that? So, okay, maybe it needs to be a little bit flatter there. This is my forehead, right? And then it's rounder there. I don't know. We're trying to kind of fix it out. All right. I think that works. It's oblong kind of in a sense. It's not fully circle. It's not a full sphere. That's why I said an oval slash sphere. But as you can see, it almost has like an oval shape, but then it goes back into its circle shape. So I'm going to play with that. I know that doesn't make any sense to you probably, but to me it does. Oval shape that goes into a circle shape. And that is my next step. Once I am done with this, I will find my wear board and my piece of plastic. You can use the same plastic from your cups. Put this on my donut. Let me make sure this is for you guys to see. Put this on my donut. Never leave it off the donut until you are ready to do so. I'm not going to remove the air that's inside. I'm not done with this shape. I will do that once it's a little bit more set up. Okay, so in theory this would be like a little bit smoother. You can use your finger or you can use your scraping tool that you all have in your kits. All right, so I'm going to then put this bag, right? I have my wear board over here to the right, but there's no need for me to grab that. I'm probably going to keep this donut with this, so I'm going to add the donut to it. It's nice and tucked away and ready to set up. So I'm gonna let this set up a little bit, right? I'm not too crazy about it in terms of like keeping it so tight that like no moisture at all can get in there or no air at all can get in there, because I do kind of want it to set up a little bit. And so any of that extra air that's actually left in the bag will slowly dry it out a little bit. So sometimes I'll like give some air in there, but that's just for mine because mine was too wet as I was working. And then I'm gonna put this to the side and then come back in, I would say about 2 days maybe, and then start adding things like my jaw and my nose, the bridge of my nose. I'm gonna say this is not my skull, but it, you know, this is my sculpture. And then really defining that shape a little more before I put my hole in there.